I could do a little bit of For Elise.
Oh, I love that song. Go on.
Oh.
That's lovely. I really like that. With my very short music career at school, I learned to play that, but it was a long time ago.
I haven't learned the other hand.
I'm really good at this though.
You're a master
Your
at that.
turn.
A reduction in expectation initially.
I was going to say, yeah.
The pressure was taken straight off him, whereas before he would be quite forcibly encouraged at school, maybe, to reach certain targets or get to certain achievements. But once we realised he was having problems, having issues, that was all just back that off straight away, and it had an almost immediate effect on him, didn't it?
Yeah. And I think also the effect on us, which sounds ridiculous, but the anxiety and the concern for him was huge. And I mean, we were just so worried about him. So once we knew what was going on, it was like somebody had lifted a weight off our shoulders, because then we could research, we could understand, and we could support him. So I think that was a pretty immediate change, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we started with things like, so he wouldn't eat at school. Eating's always been a challenge because he doesn't actually recognise the sensation of hunger, which is all linked to the dyspraxia. And so he would get to the point of no return in terms of his hunger. Then his body would go, oh, actually, I'm hungry, and we'd had a massive meltdown. So the minute we understood all that, we were able to introduce eating habits. So we'd send him with lots of nibbly things to school. The teachers were asked to supervise him at morning tea and then at lunchtime to make sure he had actually eaten something. He had to sit by a teacher because otherwise he wouldn't focus on eating. He sees himself going flatting.
That's wonderful. That's probably the first step, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Yeah. Look, I think with the right support network, and once as he builds his confidence, certainly I think he can go on, and there's no reason why he can't go flatting and doing whatever else he wants to do. I mean, in this life, you can achieve anything that you want to if you really want to do it. And just because he's got some differences, and we've said this all the way along to him, your brain just works in a different way to other people's. It doesn't mean you're any less capable.
No. 5, 6, 7, 8. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the legs, the teeth.
I guess I'd have to say, I guess all of it's been pretty satisfying. I just like the idea of just being on stage, because I can just be whoever I want to be, and I don't have to worry about people judging me or making fun of me, because, it's just something I love.
Definitely. He's been with us for quite some time, and he's absolutely part of our team. He's fun, he is, he can be a little bit chatty sometimes and loud, but it's awesome. He's absolutely part of our team.
That sounds very normal to me.
Yeah, normal little 14-year-old boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How has having dyspraxia altered the way you teach Adam?
It has altered the way that I teach him, in that I give him things prior. Right. So that he's never in a situation where he is cold reading and reading things off the spot. No surprises.
Well
However, very well prepared. I did communicate with him. We've just had auditions just last weekend, and I said to him, do you trust me enough that you can do this audition without having seen the text before? Because I also didn't want to put him in a situation where the others have to read it straight off the spot, because it was an audition situation. And he said, I trust you, it's okay. And he nailed it. Wow. So much so he got the part.
The therapists were all saying to us, look, to help dance is great for helping these coordination skills, because it makes the brain function and uses the two sides of the brain to different coordination movements. So he started dancing and absolutely loved it. I think he loved the social piece, but he also enjoyed the freedom of being able to move. Initially, it was very challenging for him to do anything that was structured, but over the years, he's become really quite proficient at it, and he's worked really hard at it, and he's dedicated at it. You know, he will. We had the opportunity to go and perform in America early this year, and he had a dance piece that he had to learn before he went, and he spent weeks with these videos learning this dance routine.
Adam is a bit of a perfectionist. He likes to get everything right, and sometimes that doesn't happen. This is live theatre. You know, some things do go wrong. Sometimes a mic will fall off, and I would say that would probably be something he'd struggle with the most. Yeah. Honestly, Adam could achieve whatever he wanted to achieve. He has got such a drive, and he has got such a passion for musical theatre. He's a good listener, and you know, if I give him instruction with dancing, he will go home and he will practice. So I really think that Adam will achieve whatever he wants to.
Okay, so right after you've done this, you just stand up straight, and then you go cross, step, out, and then you just stand up straight again, and then you just go back.
It
back.
takes them longer. They have to process each movement. For us, it's very automatic. If we see a ball coming towards us, we'll reach out quickly and we'll grab it. But for them, they'll have to stop. They'll have to think, that ball's coming towards me. I need to lift up my left hand. I need to open my hand. I need to close my hand. They have to process each step and think about that very carefully. For us, it's automatic, and we don't have to stop and think about it. So that's what slows them down.
Don't worry about that bit, and use that for your measure.
Oh, that's smart, actually.
Now we're going to pop those in there.
I just don't care. Like, you could just come up to me and say, hey, you're an idiot, and I'm like, I don't really care. I don't know you. Your opinion means nothing to me. But as a kid, I did get bullied a lot, and it did affect me very much so.
How did you cope with the bullying?
To be honest, I really didn't. I just, I would have days when I would just break down, and I would just run to the bathroom and spend like hours, like a whole lunch times in bathrooms, just bawling my eyes out. It was not good. Usually I would, like I said, I usually isolate myself and that kind of stuff, but there's always been this one person, and her name's Hannah. And I met her the very first day of school when I came to New Zealand, and it was lunchtime or morning tea, and I asked her to sit next to me, and I was about 4 or 5, and we just instantly clicked. Like she's my sister from another mister. She's everything to me. Like, I love her to pieces, and I honestly don't know where I would be without her today. She's everything to me.
I'm doing all the cleaning up, and you're doing the drawing.
They smell delicious. Can't wait to try one. Oh, they look gorgeous.
Hearts, we've done it. We've cracked it, Sunshine. Some of them look a little bit less like hearts, but I think this one is the perfect heart.
It looks fantastic.
Or dyspraxia.
Dyspraxic heart.
Dyspraxia.